Hi guys! So currently I'm home alone at my parents' place because my parents traveled to Madeira tonight, so when I woke up they weren't there. And I honestly don't really know what to do, but then I remembered that I wanted to clean my dad's office space area kind of thing, like a guest room we have, the second guest room we have. My mom and dad's place is, like, decoration wise, really pretty. I really love the way they decorate. It's personal, it's modern, but still with vintage elements to it. The only room that I absolutely hate in their house, in their home, is my dad's office. I find it's horrible. It's brown, it's dark, and the way he has hung things up, and it's messy, it's dirty because he almost never cleans it. Like, my mom is a cleaning fanatic. She's Monica from Friends, so the entire house is clean, but she stays out of my dad's room because that's his room and she does not want to get mixed up. And when we have guests over, that door is always closed because we never want to show anybody that room. So I thought I would spend my day redecorating his room. I know he said I'm not allowed to do it, but I'm gonna do it. And I want you to show the before, so close your eyes if you're horrified by bad taste. I'm not gonna show you how I do it, but I'm gonna show you before and after, so maybe you wanna like it. Okay, so this is the door into the mystical room that is my dad's office. It's a bit dark, so I didn't turn on the light, but in here, there's light. So this is my dad's office slash my old bedroom, actually. And as you can see, it's brown and there's no style in here. Just let me tell you, there's no style in here at all. There is actually a mattress there, but I'm home alone, so I did a whole nesting area where I took all the pillows and blankets and the mattress from there and mattresses from the other beds in this house and created this whole area in the living room that is really cozy. So that's why there's no mattress there. So ignore there's normally a mattress, and it's actually quite nice the way my dad lays out a little guest bed thingy. But I left it messy. Sorry for that. So we're gonna start here. We have a nice closet area. My dad has actually more closets than I do in my apartment. He has all his clothes. I'm not going to do anything about that. That's nice. Plus, yeah, I can't do anything about that. Then we're going to this area here where all his jackets is. Now, what I don't like about this is, first of all, it's very cluttered. It's sort of all his clothes that he can use more than once, so he just hangs it up here. And there is this lovely... Ooh, damn. There's this lovely thing here. And then there's another one right behind it. And I really hate that. So I'm going to see if I can remove this and maybe put it out in his outside office. He has sort of a building area outside. And I think it's nice if he hangs up some jackets out there. You know, he's retired, so he has nothing to do. So he has this outside man caving garage thingy going on, and I think that would fit really nicely out there. So he only has this that's on the actual wall. Then we go to the messy dark wall. Now, first of all, who hangs a picture that close to the ceiling? I mean, come on, a brown picture, brown ceiling that close? Nuh-uh, that doesn't work. First and second of all, I find this to be cluttered and ugly. Like, the picture itself is actually quite nice, but in this small room it's just way too big. So I'm actually thinking about taking the smaller pictures. He has more pictures over here from my sister when she was a little baby, and he's a volunteer firefighter, so there's like pictures of that hanging up here, and also a picture of him. That's my dad, a fireman, right there. And so he has small pictures, and I'm thinking about gathering them all here and create this beautiful, messy yet organized picture wall over here. So I'm going to use a hammer today. Quite exciting, right? Then we have a chair, an IKEA chair. Lovely. I can't really do anything about that, and I'm not gonna do anything about that. That's gonna stay the way it is. Sorry for the light, so it's really hard to see, but he has this really nice old desk, and he's really had it ever since I was born, like, and longer than that. I don't know if it was a wedding present or what it was. And I moved this once before because previously, the only time this room gets cleaned is when I clean it up. And it's been ages since I cleaned it up last. And last time I did it, the desk was like going in the middle of the room, and I really thought it was a shame because the view out here is gorgeous over fields. I'm a country girl, so we're on the countryside. And I said to him, "Let's move the desk." He said, "No, that's too heavy. You can't move the desk. Maybe one day I will move it, but right now I won't." And then when he wasn't home, I moved the desk. I actually think they were holidaying as well there when I did it. And then the window area where all the flowers die, and then an old radio. I really want to give him a new radio that can actually take a DAB radio. That's a really old radio that my oldest sister, who's 6 years older than me, got for her confirmation, which is 15 years ago, I think, or something like that. It was filled with Backstreet Boys stickers. I think there was actually a leftover sticker mark right here. Which my dad luckily took off, but I really want to give him a smaller, newer one. I hate the curtains. If I could get my way, I would take the curtains down and not have them up there. I'm probably going to take them down and wash them because they're probably really, really disgusting as well. Then we go over to this area where the scary cow, bull, Chinese figurine thingy is. Like, I don't know. And my dad, he's a saver. He's almost a hoarder, and except he's not really that drastic of a hoarder as many not like you can see in the programs, but he saves stuff like this. This is empty things. He says, what if I have to give a present away one day? I can pack that in there so I don't need to buy a box. So he saves it, and this is an old chocolate box for Christmas, so every day you open a new piece of chocolate. He saves it. I'm like, why do you save it? So I'm gonna throw these out without him knowing it. And he has this area of bags and thingamajigs and empty stuff, wine boxes here as well that are from presents, and he saves them because one day he can use them. I mean, come on. He has an old mirror, and it's like, what is all this? I'm hoping I can sort of clean this out, this area in general, clean it a little bit up so it looks more nice. My dad is not a pill addict at all, if you look at all these pills. But he does have 2 titanium knees, so he isn't, I wouldn't say a lot of pain compared to previously, before he got the knee replacements, but he does have pain. He has arthritis, and I think he has an ulcer as well. He's an old runner, so he sort of ruined his knees and legs in general. But yeah, and this, oh my god, no way. I just saw this now. This last weekend, my dad invited me and my mom. I know it's not last weekend, 2 weekends ago. 2 weeks ago. My dad invited me and my mom into the movie theaters to see a new Danish movie that came out tonight. It's called The 9th of April, about the Germans invading Denmark. And we went to see it, and the tickets was a present that he got for his retirement 3 years ago or something like that. And they were in this box, and he even saved the box. What the effing? I'm gonna throw this out as well. You don't save the box. No, I wouldn't do that. He has an old Michelin man. He is an old, I wouldn't say old trucker, because he never rode a truck, but he worked for Volvo Trucks. He was a, what is it called, reserve party thing. Like, he was the boss of selling parts for Volvo trucks, and here's like a memory of it when he went to retirement. You can see through years his work in Volvo trucks, his old office when he was younger. And my nephew is so cute. I think I might have my finger over the microphone, so I'm sorry if it's kind of noisy, but this is the before. Okay guys, so it's been around 8 hours right now, and I'm completely done with my dad's room. I feel so closed up right now in my throat because there was so much dust in there. I don't think I've ever experienced that much dust in one place. I can quickly show you what I took out of the room because it's all in our hallway area. Still dark because I didn't turn on the lights. So I'm going to show you what I threw out trash-wise. That's just going to go out directly, and what is going to go into my dad's man cave and whatsoever, etc., etc. Okay, these are the empty wine boxes that my dad wants to use in case he has to give away a bottle of wine. And empty bags, I found a lot of those as well. Those I'm gonna keep. I just need to find a better place for them, and it's not in my dad's room. So I'm thinking they have like some gift wrapping area in the house, and I'm probably gonna place them there. The rack with all the clothes, I took some of the non-work related clothes off, and the outdoor work clothes that he uses when he's in the garden or when he paints is still on the rack because the rack is gonna go into my dad's man cave. In the garage, and that's where all the clothes here is going to go on as well. The big picture, the shelf, and the very dusty mirror. I didn't dust off this thing. These are curtain rods for the ceiling. The computer screen and the Michelin Man is going up in the attic. I want to see if I can hide it away from my dad. The lamp here works. It's fine. It's not the prettiest lamp, but it works. So it goes into my dad's man cave as well. Oh, and this piece of glass goes into the attic as well. I am considering actually throwing these things out to the what's it called? Genbrugsstation, what is it called? Recycling station. But they're not broken or anything, so I'm actually thinking just to put it in the attic in case my dad really wants to use them, because I promised him I wouldn't throw anything out. This is the trash bag, so I only did, you know how much crap was in there. If you see the room, you will be amazed that this is the only thing I threw out. The room is really all about sorting and trying to find better ways to put things up. Now, to the room area. I have a lot of light turned on because I put on some lamps. Already now you can see the difference of the room. So I'm just gonna go through it the way I went through it the last time. We have the clothing rack area. The rack that was the biggest disappeared, and the inside clothes that is used are hanging on the rack. And he has a bag full of caps. I don't know where he got that from, but it's a bag filled with caps, very hipster-ish. So I just put it there. The IKEA chair and the brown ugly pillow that was on the bottom is replaced by a homemade gray pillow. These are pillows, and also on the bed, that I sewed myself. I really want to make some, but because I hadn't had the time and I don't have the fabric right now, I just took some from the living room area and put them in here to illustrate how it's going to look, because I am going to make some for this room in the holidays. Then I have two fur rugs that I really think is very manly, very man cave, officey. So I thought they would be perfect on his bed. Their mattress is still non-existent because, as I said previously, I use it as a nesting area in the living room right now when my parents are away. All the pictures that were hanging there, the picture here, and the pictures on this area have all been squashed into one place, which is now sort of this memory area. And I personally like this a lot better than putting pictures on every wall, just to put pictures on one wall. And even though the frames are so much different, we have some newer frames up there and down there. And we have some very old gold big frames, and then we have some very old metallic frames. I think it just really goes together, and if you have some loose pictures, you can just put them on the sides of the images. I really think that's a good idea. This is the frameless picture that was hanging on a different place in the room. The little teddy bear is one my sister gave my dad when she told him that she was pregnant, and my dad's really happy about that, and so I thought it was very, fitting to put it next to his grandchild, my nephew, so that it fits. And it's, by the way, that's my sister who got my nephew. And he has we always gave my dad, when we were younger and couldn't afford anything, we always gave him the world greatest dad thingies. So that's how that side looks. It's much more tidy and looks much more organized, and that looks on purposely messy, which I personally really like. Then we come to the desk area. I didn't change a lot here. I pretty much just tidied up the desk area and cleaned up the window area. I really want to buy him, like I told you previously, a new radio. So that's going to be on the agenda in this holiday. One that's less bulky, much smaller. Here I took all his gadgets. We have a grill thermostat. We have some shaving gear, some cell phone chargers, and shaving gear again. I just put them in a box instead of it lying like loosely around. I like to organize things by putting it in a box because then it looks organized, messy. Again, like the wall, organized, messy. I really like that. All his papers I didn't do anything about because I don't know which papers to keep and which to throw away because there are really personal papers, bank papers, everything is in there. His computer, he really wants a keyboard, so I'm just gonna let that be. Underneath, I placed some letters that were lying around because I think that's really pretty that he got, so he can still watch it. I put on a lamp because that was lying down there, and I just thought, let's just put it there so he actually has a desk lamp other than this one. In the window area, I just found 2 candlesticks and I put 2 candles in them. And I put this box, which was previously on a shelf, and I put it there instead because it's papers again and cords for the stationary computer he once had here. This is sort of a messy box. I don't know what to do with this, so I just let that be here. Oh, that's a good song. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did with the desk area. I decided to put the chair here because when you enter the room it looks less bulky and then you can always pull the chair over to his desk. And now to this area. I'm really proud about this. I completely rearranged and differently put this up. I didn't like, he had some big figurines that are now, I can just close the door. He had some big figurines that are now in this corner instead. He had them over here, and I thought it would look way too bulky and dark for this very dark corner closet. So I decided just to put the ball lamp that he had lying there. I put that up there, and I put an elephant because I really think the shadowing kind of, it looks amazing with the light. I'm sorry to say. That shelf was a shelf that was over there, which I couldn't understand because you don't fill a corner, even though it's hidden by the door, you don't fill it. When you're in the room, you still notice it. I didn't change anything about the books except I removed some things and put them differently. Like I took some from there, put it there, put there. But otherwise I didn't really do anything. The biggest change here is the tidying up and the sorting. Now, I told you my dad is not a pill addict, but he had a lot of pills lying here, lying here. I found this old box, which is actually one of my old IKEA boxes. And I wrote pills in Danish, so it says pilla. And I just put it in there, so it doesn't, you don't see it lying around and think, whoa, you're taking a lot of pills. I'm keeping this on here because my sister last time complained that my nephew could get to the pills, so she locked the door and didn't want him playing in here in this room. So I put this heavy bulk of an old historic rock on top just to not let the lid fly off that easily. Again, just sorting. I decided to move those old ugly figurines over there. I haven't told my dad how many times, or have told my dad a lot of times how much I hate these figurines. But actually when you go into the room and now you see this, instead of those figurines up there, it's much more light and beautiful. I know it's kind of difficult to see with all the light shining in. I couldn't change it. The curtains are not gone. They're actually gonna go up again. I took them down to wash them because they were really dusty. So I took them down. So they're gonna be up again. It might look a little messy again with the curtains up. I really like them without, but my dad insists on having the curtains up here. Even though he doesn't have anything like to hide, kind of. Over here I put some of his old bags and just removed a lot of junk. All the junk that I showed you previously that are going to in the attic was junk that was lying around here. Pretty much all the things that I showed you in the beginning was junk that was lying here. Some booze bottles, because we all need the booze bottles. His boxes of shoes underneath.